I am so lazy. Have you ever said those words or even just thought them? I know I certainly have. We're going to talk about why we need to stop saying I'm lazy. Welcome back to the Begin Within Health Show. I'm thrilled that you're on board with me once again. Let's talk about this idea of being lazy. Let's be honest. We've all had those moments where we look at the pile of laundry or the empty fridge and we think, I'm so lazy, right? But here's the truth. You aren't lazy. You are not lazy. You're just human. You're not lazy. You're just living out old habits. And this is something that we all do because our brains love routines. Our brains are built to take the path of least resistance. And that means when it comes to your health, when it comes to your habits, even when you want to make big changes and you feel like you absolutely need to make big changes, there are things that you do, things that I do without thinking. These are programs that are just running the show far more often than our motivation or our willpower are. And of course, it's not that we don't care. It's not that, oh, I just don't care, whatever, or I'm just lazy. It's that our brain is doing its job to conserve energy. It's really good at being efficient. It's really good at not using extra energy, even when that efficiency or using that extra energy works against our goals. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Our brain creates habit loops. These are little programs that are running all the time. Some researchers even say there are more decisions we make in a day automatically as a result of these loops than there are conscious decisions that we are making, which is really pretty powerful when you think about it. These habit loops, how do they work? Well, first of all, there's a cue, there's something that kind of triggers it, that gets it started. Then there's the routine, there's the actual action that's taking place. And then there is some reward that follows as we take that habitual action, right? So the cue, the routine, and then the reward. So a cue might be feeling stressed, and the routine might be grabbing a snack or grabbing our phone and scrolling on TikTok or Instagram. And the reward might be relief from the stress, right? Very simple example, but there's an example of the cue, the routine, and the reward. Those programs are just running all the time for us. And over time, when we take that action, when we experience that reward, even that real gentle little hit of dopamine, whatever it is, that makes us just feel a little relief or feel a little bit better, over time, that loop gets reinforced and it gets stronger and it gets faster. And pretty soon, it's kind of running beneath the surface, behind the scenes. It's automatic and things are happening without us even thinking about them. It's our brain saying, oh, yeah, I've done this before. Let's do it again. It's easy. It's familiar. It's safe. I want to feel good instead of the way I've been feeling, whatever it might be, worried, anxious, bored. So here's the thing. We're here to be healthier. We're here to listen, this is the Begin Within Health show. I know you're here because you want to be a healthier version of yourself. So we're trying, in many cases, not to follow those patterns that lead us to unhealthy places. We're trying to undo some of those loops, those cue, routine, reward loops. We want to eat healthier. We want to move our body. We want to go to bed earlier. And when we try to do those things, we are swimming against the current big time. Our brain, when we try to do those things, is just freaking out a little bit because this is very difficult. This is a lot of energy, and our brain had it figured out already, right? It had the most efficient, lowest use of energy path to get through the day. It already had that all figured out for us. And so when we try to do something different, our brain is going to resist. It's not that our brain's being lazy. Well, kind of it is, right? It's just being efficient. It's our brain. It's not us. It's just running familiar programs, and we try to do something different. Those old programs want to run, and there is some big problems behind the scenes then. We're creating some chaos inside. The crazy part is that this efficiency is really good for us in a lot of ways. It's the reason we can tie our shoes. It's the reason we can drive our car, because we could do these things without really consciously thinking about it, because we've done them so many times. We've created these little loops. Our brain is running these programs, and it's really, really good for us. Habits are powerful, and they are in our best interests overall. The process is in our best interests overall. And really, habits and the cells that are getting all wired together in these little cue, routine, reward patterns, they don't care whether they're making us healthier or making us less healthy. They don't care if we're disappointed in the outcome or if we are thrilled at the long-term results. They just run the pattern that has been practiced over and over again. The question, of course, for us is this pattern moving me closer to my goals or farther away? Because when we feel like we're moving farther away and we feel that resistance, those are the times when we tend to say, oh, I'm being lazy. I'm lazy. I just can't do this. Well, now we know behind the scenes what is going on. These are just habits. These are just programs that our brain is running, and habits don't care where they're leaving us ultimately, healthier or less healthy. So I know what you're thinking. Great, Nate. That's awesome. How do I fix it? How do I change this process? That's why we're here. We want to get healthier. And we realize that we do that by beginning within, by changing habits, by changing the way that our brain is actually working. So how do we fix it? First and foremost, very powerful first step, awareness. Start noticing. These little patterns, these programs that are kind of just running behind the scenes, they hate to be noticed. The ones that at least are going to leave us less healthy. They don't want to be noticed. They want to just keep on running. So the best thing you can do to start to break them up, those that are leaving you less healthy, those things you want to change, those things you want to stop doing, those things that you kind of feel lazy about resisting, just start noticing. Just start noticing your automatic patterns and notice them, if you can, without judgment. Just be curious about it. Just be interested in it. I call this like the Sherlock Holmes approach. We're just curious. We're just like, oh, wow, okay, I think I have a clue here. This might be part of the bigger story. Just notice. It's like, oh, I am going to the pantry again, looking for a snack. That's interesting. Just notice. Just awareness. That's all we're going to do to get started. And that might be a great first step. And for you right now, that might be the best place to be. Just start noticing those things over the next day or two, the next week or two. What do you do next? Second, start to make tiny changes. Tiny changes that make the old default course of action that you're unhappy with the results, right? The snacking from the pantry in this example. Start to make tiny changes to make the old default more difficult and the healthier habit easier. Okay? Make the old default more difficult and the new healthier habit that you want, make that one easier. Don't try to overhaul your entire life. Please don't. That is not the path that will get you to success. More than likely, that has been done and redone so many times by so many different people, including myself, and many of the people that I've worked with over the years. I'm going to throw out all the bad food. I'm going to only get all the veggies and all the good food, and we're just going to live this new healthy lifestyle from now on. It doesn't work. Or at least it doesn't work for very long. And we know the reason why. Because these programs that are running, oh, there's a lot of resistance to that. So just create one better default for right now. Make the old default more difficult, make the new default easier with some tiny changes. And these are best done with one action if you can at all. All right? So here's one example. If you notice, because you've been getting curious, oh, this is interesting. I go to the pantry late at night after dinner. There's no reason I need to eat. It's just something that I'm doing. You can be your own psychoanalyst if you want. What's the reason? Am I lonely? Am I stressed? But here's what you want to do. I want to not snack. So here's something that works for some people. Brush your teeth after dinner. Simple, right? Now the old default becomes more difficult because I got that fresh, minty feeling, and I feel like, oh, I'm gonna have to brush my teeth again if I do snack. And so now the old default is more difficult. I have to overcome a new barrier, and that is snacking after I've brushed my teeth. That's kind of difficult for some people. So brush your teeth right after dinner. There's a new default that makes the old default more difficult, and the default you want in terms of snacking makes it easier, right? Now it's easier to not snack because I have this habit of not snacking after brushing. Okay. I have a client that comes to mind right now who was working so hard on getting workouts in the morning. She was working on that and struggle. We tried a few different habits. You know what worked for her? Maybe you could guess. Is putting her clothes, her workout clothes out the night before. They're just there in the morning, waiting for her when she wakes up. Simple. Make the old default more difficult, make the new default a little bit easier. Simple little changes, but they come as a result of that awareness that we talked about. Step 1, awareness. Step 2, tiny changes to make that old default more difficult, new default, new healthier default easier. Remember, we're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to rewire those programs. That's all we're trying to do. And then the third step, let momentum do its thing, okay? Momentum, and this probably is a better word than motivation. Momentum follows action, okay? I want you to listen to that very carefully. Momentum follows action. So let momentum do its thing. Realize that a really tiny, small win is very, very powerful because momentum follows action. You're going to repeat that small win because you already took it. The key force that should be motivating us isn't guilt, it's actually consistency. It's the momentum that's going to follow the actions that we're taking. We're not breaking habits, we're replacing them. Take one small step, and you're more likely to take that small step again and again and again. And then other steps follow, and there's a ripple effect throughout your life. But just start with one small step. We aren't relying then on willpower. We're relying on the system that we put in place. Build systems, structure, reminders, routines, and your new habits are going to start to run automatically, just like the ones you want to change are running automatically. Now, the ones that make you feel lazy, you're not lazy. We're just running programs. Your brain's doing its thing. It's being as efficient as it can. It's not you. It's just cells. It's just this organ of the brain doing what it does. Use that to your advantage so that the new, healthier habits do their thing, do what they do, and then things will start to feel easier. Now, if this hits home for you, if you're thinking, wow, this is great, I'm kind of stuck in this guilt cycle, telling myself that I'm lazy, I really need to stop doing that, I want to help. I want to help you retrain your habits, okay? So here's what I have for you. This is brand new. We just rolled this out. This is 7 days of coaching absolutely for free. 7 days, kind of like a trial. Try it out. You're going to get access to everything that our clients get access to, including live personal training sessions on Zoom. You can work out at home or from wherever you want. We're going to do that with you. We're going to support you every step of the way, as well as giving you all the support that you get through our Begin Within fitness app as well. 7 days. It's on me. No charge to you. You can get started by going to beginwithin.fit/7day. 7day. Beginwithin.fit/7day. It's a 7-day program, totally on me, 100% on me, free of charge for you. You can get access to it by going to beginwithin.fit/7, the number 7, 7day. Beginwithin.fit/7day. We've got a 7-day pass to be one of our clients waiting for you right there at beginwithin.fit/7day. Link in the show notes. Otherwise, type it into your browser right now and then just click the sign up for free button and you are going to be rolling. Can't wait to connect with you soon. If you love this and there's someone that you know that would benefit, someone maybe that you've heard recently say that they are lazy, call themselves lazy, share this episode with them. Send it over to them. I would love to connect with you as well. Comment if you can on the episode. Follow the show. Rate and review it in your podcast player, especially if you are listening on Apple Podcasts. That helps me out so much. Thank you once again. Until next time, keep taking good care of yourself.